Franky's 5 fat fighting foods. Finally! Okay, so when we take on food, it stimulates the body, it stimulates hormones in the body. Hormones regulate everything we are, which in turn would prove the fact that we are what we eat, okay? So here are 5 amazing foods that are just incredible at burning fat, amongst other amazing things. Eggs. Eggs are number 1, okay? They contain all 9 essential amino acids which our body cannot synthesize ourselves, so we need them. They are complete protein and are essential for building muscle tissue. And the more muscle we have is important because it takes more calories to maintain muscle in our body than we do fat. So this is important. If you have 2 people that weigh the same, one with more lean muscle mass on their body, the person with the more lean muscle tissue is going to expend more calories to maintain that muscle than the person without. Now, number 2 is green tea. Green tea is an amazingly complex substance. I'm going to do a video completely on its own. But with relation to fat loss, green tea, to start with, contains caffeine. Now, caffeine is a well-known stimulant that has been proven to aid fat loss. It doesn't have as much caffeine in it that, say, a cup of coffee would. However, it produces the stimulus effect, meaning you can train harder in the gym and at more of an intense level, which in turn will benefit your fat loss. Now, many people know about green tea's effects on the metabolism. Just to put this simply, it contains a catagen, an antioxidant called ECGC, which has just been known to heighten the metabolism for a very short period of time, but when used in conjunction with high intense training, this can lead to a great deal of fat loss. Okay, number 3 is lean meats. So this could be anything from chicken breast to turkey breast. Is actually one of the leanest sources of protein. The reason for this is it obviously contains a high amount of protein. Now, with the protein in lean meats, it has something that's called a thermic effect. Now, a thermic effect in food is when it actually takes a substantial amount of calories in our body to actually break down, synthesize, move all the cells of the food around. So just to take on that food in our bodies actually burns a hell of a lot of calories. With protein, it's actually up to 30% of the calories maintained or contained within that food. So for example, a 300 gram chicken breast your body would actually use 30% of the calories that it contains just to break it down, just to use the proteins in our body. So that's amazing because you're actually burning calories whilst eating food, which is thermic effect is just amazing. It's like a magic food. But protein, like I said, is one of the highest sources of this thermic effect. Burned. So speaking of the thermic effect, you might have heard of a thermogenic effect, which is very similar. A lot of foods contain a thermogenic effect. A lot of spices like coriander, cumin, what was the other C? Cinnamon, cloves, garlic, these all have a thermogenic effect on the body. So this leads us on to our next fat burning food, which is chilies. Now, chilies can contain a compound called capsaicin, which is the kind of thing that gives it the heat. This is also the compound that is used to heighten our metabolism, to kind of give that burning effect internally. Only for a short period of time. You need to eat kind of a lot of chili, but if again use it in conjunction with training, and metabolism is already very, very high, so when you're training, you can actually burn more fat. Also, on an additional note, there has been some research I've been reading recently to show that the capsaicin in chilies has been known to curb your appetite, but I've not found that to be true. Right guys, that's it. I hope you found that useful. Don't forget to subscribe. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them in the box below, and let us know how you get on.